here to look into the topic of today. Today we'll be talking about what pertains to CDS, as the core members would call it. That's what we call the Community Development Service. And in looking at this, we are going to talk directly to the president and the vice president, and also a member of the Educational Development CDS group. So with me in the studio, I have the president. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, thank you. My name is Dr. Eze Emmanuel. I'm the president of the Educational Development CDS group. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And
yes, my name is Peklian Yadego. I'm the privileged vice president of the Educational Development CDS.
I like the way you say I'm the privileged vice president. I like that. All right, and with me in the studio, I have.
My name is Merciful Emmanuel, and I am a member of Educational Development CDS group.
All right. Thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. Well, quickly before we go into the topic for today and ask the questions and know what we have to talk about concerning the Educational Development Service, we'll quickly go over to the news of the hour. Join us when we'll be right back. Thank you. Alright, welcome back, viewers. If you're just joining us, this is NYC Half Hour. And with me in the studio, as we introduced earlier, is the president and the vice president, and also a member of the Educational Development Service. So I will be asking them some questions to know how they have impacted their host community so far, and the impact that they have been able to achieve and what they have been able to do so far. So, well, that brings me to the first question, directly to you. Okay, I'll start from you. Who is a member of the CDS group? So, now tell me, what is your CDS really about?
Okay, like I said before, the name of my CDS is Educational Development CDS, and we are specifically, strictly on educational activities. My CDS is really about educational outreach, how we can improve the educational system, how we can make it a better place, how we can bring in and make students or pupils be able to learn in a very comfortable environment, our own ideas, topics and things we get to talk to them about, and we also bring this enlightenment program. So basically, Educational Development CDS is strictly on how we can improve and develop the educational system.
Okay, that is very interesting. So I hope just the way I'm learning and getting some knowledge, the viewers at home are also getting something out of it. Okay, now this brings me to the next question. What impact has your CDS group so far? What impact has your CDS group achieved in your host community? For example, you are in Oshimiri South local government. So now, what has your CDS group been able to achieve so far in this host community?
Okay, thank you so much. Our educational CDS group majorly is to organize educational activities and carry out educational projects. Yeah. So far so good. We have been able to organize projects in some government schools around Oshimiri South, which is our host communities. We have gone for sensitizations and outreach to more than 6 schools in Oshimiri South. Okay. And then we recently organized the debate and quiz competition, which centered on technology, the use of technology in education. Okay. So the 2 schools that participated were Zappa Basic and then Osadeni Smith Secondary School. Okay. So we have really done some projects. We still have some, but because of the time factor, the CDS activities is only take place once in a week. Yes. So yes. We have time bound by time. Yes. So probably if we still have some other projects on the pipeline.
Okay. Thank you. All right. That is very impactful, and knowing that you have been able to go to schools to talk to them, to have to let them know about technology. And technology is another big part of education that most education, or should I say educationists, fail to look at. They just look at it from one angle. Okay, no problem. What role does education play in the development of our society and host communities? What role do you think education play in the environment, in our host communities, or in the society?
Okay. So education is a very important part of the society, although it is not properly recognized as it should be, but it plays a very very vital role. It helps to improve the community in ways that the traditional aspect cannot. So we have what we call common sense, like I always say, and we have what we call school sense. We have the common sense because you will hear a lot of people say school is scam, which I disagree with very well, because the educational aspect gives you that school sense, that sense of recognition even outside your let me say your farmland, your boundaries, the way we are in Nigeria now. It gives you that global recognition where it gives you that equality. You are able to speak no matter where you are. You're able to gain more knowledge outside the knowledge of your home. So that's what education does for us. It improves the livelihood of persons.
Earlier, affected education in our community.
Okay, I think I'll take that. How technology has really affected the educational system. We have negative effects and we have positive effects. But I would say like the positive effect is so high, is so much than the negative effect. The negative effect has this effect on children to the extent that some of them don't really focus on their books. Since there's digital, there's technology, there's digital learning, most of them use their apps, their phones, their tablets to do a lot of things. They go offline, they go off the educational paths that they are supposed to take, and then they go on doing other stuff like playing games and some other effects, negative effects that it has had. But positively, it has had so many effects on students because it makes it easy for them to learn, one. And then secondly, there's, even if somebody, like let me say, for example, a disabled child or student, sometimes this digital learning and technology has made it easy for them to be able to learn from home. They don't have to stress going to school. They can do virtual learning. They can do Zoom class. They can do conference classes and all that. So this is just one point I'm going to pick out of the many points that technology has been able to foster education perfectly.
Okay. That is very nice. Owing to the fact that you also focus on the area of those children who are not able to go to school
Yes.
environment to be among their peers just because of how they are feeling or how they are, whatever is happening to them. So they can actually learn from home with the help of technology. And with the guidance of a parent or somebody around, because children, they are very, very,
some of them have lesson teachers who can come around and also tell them this is what I don't understand, because in a digital system where you learn digitally, you can just see some of the notes and assignments and things that were posted in whatever group that you have, but you might not be able to explain to yourself or totally understand what this is. So you can have an extra moral class teacher who can come around and throw more light on whatever the topic is.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, the Vice President, and thank you, Merciful, for joining us.
Thank you.
It's been a wonderful segment this wonderful afternoon. I know our viewers have actually learned a lot concerning the educational development of the CDS community in our community. We have told you a lot of things that we know about education, how to improve, how to become more educated, what you need to do, what you don't need to do. Well, that brings us to the end of today's program, of today's segment. I remain Justice Onosogase. To the man behind the camera, God bless you. Mr. Victor, God bless you. Mr. Eddie, our Oga at the top, God bless you. To the MCR, to everyone who has made this program a success, to the president, to the guests, to my beautiful looking and the handsome looking
Thank you
president.
for having us.
So thank you for joining me on the studio. So I remain Justice Onosogase. This is NYC Half Hour. See you next week. Take care of yourself. Bye for now.
Nigeria.